Okay, so we'd like to call to order the Parks Board meeting for June 23rd, 2025. We could just stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and Anne, if you could lead us in that.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Kelly, are you going to do attendance?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easy.
Right.
Amy Hammonds, Angie McMullen,
Here.
Ann Kirshner,
Here.
Vane Lashua, Julie Fisher, Rob Ball.
Could have probably just looked around the corner. Maybe we could still vote on everything.
Yeah.
All right, so, Ann, did you have a chance to look over the minutes from the previous meeting on May 27th?
It looked good.
Good, no questions?
No.
No, we can't vote on it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will move on to, Marla, if you've got the superintendent report?
Yeah, so since we don't have a quorum, we will just do our reports, and then we have some guests in the audience that they can step up and share what they'd like to share. And then I'll just send out an email to everyone requesting that they approve claims and payroll and our minutes from last meeting. So I don't have any new staff updates at the for this last month. We did complete our pool slide restoration, and they were able to come in and they fixed all the cracks and replaced any bolts and nuts and things that may have needed replaced. They did say that there was a lot of like spider vein, like just from where the heat has cracked the plastic of the slides. So they had went in and fixed all of those issues, and then spray painted everything. Had multiple coats on the slides. We did change the colors, so if you haven't been by there, they're the same colors that were before, but we painted the insides of the slides white. They said it does, with painting them white, it helps them last a little bit longer than painting them colored.
Well, it would reflect the heat away.
Yeah, so that's why we chose to do that. And then I do have a meeting with them coming up to kind of go over future maintenance and proper like inspections and things like that. And he said that if we do inspections, that it will help the slides last another 5 to 10 years if we do our inspections properly. And then they can touch up any issues that may occur. It would just be a fee of some kind if they were to come back. And that would gain us another 5 or between 5 and 10 years. If not, we will have to replace the slides.
Is there any coating that goes on those, like for winter? You know what I mean?
What they put on the coating is for year round.
Oh, okay, you're right, okay.
Yeah. Or what they put on the slides, the coating they put on the
Right.
sides is
Is
for
for all
year
Would
year.
it help for
Yeah.
winter if we did something on those? And I know it's a pretty large structure, but I know that the Clio Fountain down here has a cover, and some of the other things have covers.
Yeah, according to them, they don't, we don't have to do anything. That's what the paint does, is it just secures it from all weather types. And then if we do it's either yearly or every other year inspections, that would
Makes
help
sense.
prolong it as well.
Okay. Just curious.
Office Park is looking great. The walking path surface has been completed with asphalt, and the fitness trail equipment has been installed, and it's actually able to be used now. The park itself is not complete yet. The final date of the park we're hoping for the end of August, and then probably in September we'll do some kind of grand opening celebration for it. But it can be used right now, the walking path, and I've actually walked on it quite a bit, and my husband and I really like it. It's very nice. So next they will be doing, we have discussion on resurfacing the drive that goes all the way on the southeast or southeast side of the park, or northeast side, whatever it is. That there's a loop drive, and we're going to probably be re-asphalting that. There'll be parking spaces there, and then we also have discussion on if we're going to be resurfacing the basketball court, and then the futsal court that's there, turning that into a pickleball court. Because we have lots of use of pickleballs here at Roberts Park, that adding one more would be great over there. And then they will be installing the shelter as well. So I just had reported at the last Board of Works meeting about the baseball complex. I know that there was quite a bit of discussion on what the baseball fields looked like. And the mayor and I and Logan actually had a couple of meetings about this. And what happened is we had a couple of months ago a lot of flooding. It was very significant down there.
First weekend in April.
It was the worst that I've seen since I've been in this position. And so that took a long time to clean up and get our fields back into working order. We had layers upon layers of covering the baseball field grounds of like trash and mud and corn stalks and things like that, like anything you can imagine. And so we actually had the fire department come down. They were gracious to come spray everything off because it was thick layers of mud everywhere. And then during Spartan Service Day, they helped us paint a lot of the dugouts, and they helped us clean up what they could at that time for the amount of time that they were there. But there was just so much, and I know that there was a lot of discussion about it, and on Facebook, and just Logan heard a lot as well, and we really did as quickly as we could. We did what we could, and we have a very small team leading up to the start of summer because all of our summer crew does not start working for us until after school is out. And so unfortunately, we were opening the pool at the same time as our opening day games and celebration for the ball fields as well because of the way the completion of the slides at the pool, it all fell on the same week, unfortunately. It's not something that will be common every year. It's just how it worked out this year. And so we've just done the best that we could in the time that we've had and the amount of people that we've had to come and work on the ball fields. So I know there was a group that volunteered. I haven't heard anything because I've been out on vacation, but I heard that there was a volunteer group going down to help clean up.
They did a lot of cleaning up.
Mm-hmm.
This, by the way, the school corporation did not use that complex at all this
Yeah.
spring. They had
Yeah.
all of their games.
They did, but it was in our agreement that we met with them in January or
Yeah, I know,
February.
but they didn't actually use those facilities because all the middle school games, it was for middle school games, and all the middle school games were out at the high school.
Yes, and
At that-
so,
At that facility.
and that is the field that we do not take care of because it was.
Well, no, and unfortunately, that's the one where we had the opening day things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that exacerbated some of the problems with what people saw, because that field hasn't been used in several, well, it was used a year ago by the middle school kids, but
Yeah.
not this year.
Yeah, so, I mean, we've done what we can do as quick as we could do it, so, with the amount of staff that we have. So.
I've cleaned up that field for 40 years, and when you have a flood, it's a god-awful mess.
It was pretty bad,
Yeah,
so.
it's,
yeah.
yeah. It kind of been, but I think it also points out something that this is a smaller town. We have limited resources. So I think it's kind of important to try to encourage people to volunteer, particularly those people that have children that are participating. That used to be part of the deal, that if you had kids playing, there were some responsibilities as far as the parents were concerned to help out.
Yeah,
And it was basically an outside organization, with all the facilities that we have and with all the sports that we have. Would it be beneficial for Logan to seek out these groups of interested parents and people to help with some of the stuff that we simply don't have the staff or the money to pay for?
well, and people have been informed that they are welcome to come and help. We don't turn away help, but the thing is nobody has contacted us. I've talked to Logan, I've talked to the mayor, and myself, no one has contacted us saying, how can we reach out to help? So, if it's a Facebook message, that is probably gonna get overlooked. We need a phone call.
Well, and also too, I think this is one of those things that we could do at the very beginning of the season, when we have kids sign up for the various sports, because there's they've got some problems out at the soccer fields too, as far as the things being marked appropriately. And again, it's nobody's fault, it's just we're stretched. And I know that there's a group that's interested in basically renting that space. I don't know if they've talked to Logan yet about renting that space, and then they would be required to do a lot of the field marking and those kinds of things that have to be done almost on a daily basis if you're going to maintain these fields. And it's the same thing's true with the baseball complex. So
Yeah.
Just an idea for next year when we have people sign up, let them know that that there could be some responsibilities involved with this as far as the parents are concerned. And you'll get some that'll volunteer and you'll get some that won't. But it might be worth it to couch it in that way rather than waiting for them to come to talk to us.
Yeah. Also, I spoke at the Rotary Club meeting on June 9th. I was able to share with them, our annual report that was requested that I bring that. And then we talked about, living well, aging well, and, they just brought up some information or questions about River's Edge and our ball fields. And so I just kind of discussed with them what's been going on, that we did receive a grant, or I'm sorry, a bond, and we will be, we're currently in the process of designing the ball fields out at River's Edge. So, that is in the works. And so I shared that information with them, and we had a great, interaction and discussion, at that meeting. So, everybody was pleased to hear updates on, what's going on. And then, these dates have passed, but we did have a community, pool party that was put on by the Haven, or Communities That Care, that went really well. Everyone seemed to enjoy their time there, for the most part. And then, that's really it. We don't have a whole lot of activities in the summertime, just because we have so many other things going on, like the pool and ball games, things like that. So it's a very busy time for us. So we try not to schedule any events during the summer, due to that busy schedule that we have. That's all I have.
Thanks, Maya. We're gonna go over Logan's report. Oh, this is living, yeah, this is, yeah, Kelly.
Kelly
sorry.
can go over
I
hers,
skipped
yeah.
over it, I had it on something.
Basically the Living Well, Aging Well program, we're still doing that through the summer. It's just more limited in the activities. We have a group that still comes to play cards every Wednesday. They enjoy it, honestly, most of the afternoon till we leave. Tuesday nights, we have a free swimming time for 50 plus from 6:30 to 8:30, and that's been growing in popularity. I think people are starting to find out about it more, and we've been trying to post about it.
Yeah, I think that's a nice thing.
Yeah. So, with the pool, the season's been going pretty well so far. We started a new yoga class on Monday nights, taught by Sarah Grubbs from 6 to 7. Everyone who has attended has really seemed to enjoy the class.
Trying to get.
Yes. So
They posted some pictures of it on Facebook.
yeah, so tonight and next Monday, the Spartan Swim Camp is this week, so they don't have it
Right.
tonight. And then next week, it's also rented out for an event, but every Monday in July, it's available from 6 to 7. We're booked for pool parties throughout the whole summer, pretty well completely booked. We've had several comments from patrons letting us know that they're impressed with our lifeguards this year, so that's good. I feel like all the new employees are doing really well. The returning employees have been helping train the new employees. As far as upcoming goals, we're looking forward to a good rest of the summer and gearing up for Living Well, Aging Well. We want to get more activities going in the fall.
So we're not having the issues that we had last year at all with staff shortages as far as the
No.
pools. Hallelujah. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's going really great. I'll just highlight Logan's report. The church softball co-ed league has started. They play on Monday nights, and then the co-ed league registration is still open until July 12th, and then they will start their games not too much longer after that. I think it's like that next week they start their games. And then baseball, softball, and t-ball. They've unfortunately had a lot of issues with weather not cooperating and having to do a lot of makeup games and rescheduling. We are this week still playing. We were back and forth on the weather and everything, but we feel like they're only out there for an hour. We're going to provide water for them and give them some popsicles and kind of help them stay cool. And so we're going to try it and see how this week goes. But, it is summer and we don't know what each week is going to hold with the weather. And so it's kind of hard to to cancel games, and then that puts us into getting close to August, and then people start school back and things like that. So we're just gonna play it week by week and keep an eye on the weather and see what's going on. Thank you to Garfield Seeley for volunteering to chalk the lines on Sunday mornings for the T-ball and softball games, and for thank you to Grady Tate, who has been announcing the kids pitch baseball games with the national anthem and music in between the innings. So he's started that for this year. And then Summer Discovery has been having a lot of fun. The managers and counselors are doing excellent job for this being their first year without Scott Caldwell. He did a lot for the program over the years, and they are all showing up and showing initiative to keep the program thriving. And then he is looking for volunteers to announce at the baseball, softball games for the future.
Is the PA system working?
He's using
Because
something.
Brady brings his own.
Yeah, that's what, I'm not sure, our system does not.
No,
work,
and can you
due
get
to-
up, particularly
floods.
on the, what do we used to call the major league field, which is the main field? Can you even, is the press box even available? Because over on the kids, on the coaches' pitch fields, the press boxes were interesting to say the least, and not one to,
Yeah, we
not
don't
one to
use
climb up.
those.
And the thing of it is, if you're gonna do that and you're gonna do it well, you have to be above
Right.
and
Yeah.
see, and do we have scoreboards that are operative?
He does have scoreboards. They were purchased through Reed Hospital's
Okay,
funding. They're portable, so they're
Okay.
not at the back of the field like normal, but he does have scoreboards.
Okay,
And this is temporary. We have to get through this time frame before, and then we can move out to River's Edge once that's done, and then we'll be able to utilize all the scoreboard, everything out
do we
there.
have a timeline on River's Edge?
Yeah, right now, it's 2027. Or, let's see. Yes, spring of 2027. That's right now. So one more year through, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yep.
All right.
Lots of work has to be done.
Yes, a lot of work. All right, looks like we don't have any old business, so new business is the pool rules and policies.
Yeah, so last meeting, Amy had just requested that we come up with a facility policies and rules for the park pool. And there's just been a lot of questioning, I guess, on like for inclement weather, if we're gonna close, what do we decide on? That was the main reason for coming up with this, is so that we had a definite protocol to follow if the weather is iffy. And so these are things that we've been following all along, but to have something in writing, and then we'll put it up on our website so it's available for people to look at. But it was mainly, I put this together mainly just because of the weather, because we had a lot of rainy days, and then we have cold weather.
We
and
had
then-
that discussion
Right.
at our last meeting.
Right, so, the main thing that we were talking about was the weather, and so based on water temperature, the pool will close at 67 degrees and below. So if it's not higher than 67, then we won't open the pool. And that was the biggest discussion that we had at the last meeting, is how do we determine if we're gonna close it or not?
Yeah, what was the temperatures, the water air temperatures that we're going to say, we're just not gonna open this? And you said 67?
67 for the water temperature.
Okay,
So, the air, I mean, if the air's not warm, the water's not gonna be warm.
No, that's
So, we're just going by the water temperature has to be
This
67
week it could be
degrees.
bath water.
It could be,
That's how mine is.
yeah, yeah. So, I just wanted to present this to you to show you that we put something together. It's all things that we've already been following. It talks about our hours, our general facility policies that we follow, which we have 4 signs of all of our rules posted at the park. And the boys, the men's restroom, the women's restroom, and then as you enter the pool and on the outside, like in the pool area. And so the rules are posted everywhere, and then this water slide rules are posted as well. And then our disciplinary policy, and then our inclement weather. So it's just all now in one packet that we can post on our website as
Have
well.
we had any discipline issues this year?
Oh, that's a daily thing.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I think, when you're there all day and the weather's really hot and
People get cranky.
they do.
Yeah.
So it's just, that's a common thing at a park pool.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
And you have kids.
Yeah.
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 All right.
And then, I was gonna show everyone, when I got back today, to work, we had received our 5-year park plan. So I have that. We will also have a digital copy, and we will post that on our webpage. If people want to go on and see it, but it is here. It's like 400 pages long. It will be in the office if anybody wants to take a look at it, but we do have one. So it is complete. DNR approved it, and yeah, so
Cool.
it's good.
That's a big step.
It is a very big step for us, yes.
All right, so we need to move past claims and
Yeah,
payroll.
yeah.
So public forum, you guys would like to come up?
I think it's just gonna be me.
Just state your name, and we won't have you tell your address. Most meetings do, you don't have to. You
No,
can
it's
just
all
say
good.
what side of town you
Oh
live
yeah,
on.
they're gonna know anyway what I'm talking about. My name is Sunny Ammerman. I just wanted to come here tonight and express my gratitude for the fitness trail at Offutt's Park. I live right across the street from there. It's become a part of my daily routine now. I started walking on that trail as soon as the concrete set. So it's been a really nice time. First thing in the morning before I even have my morning coffee and breakfast, I go walk around the loop. It's like a half mile. It's perfect. Come back inside, have my day. At the end of the day, same thing. Quick walk around the loop before I come to bed at night. And my daily steps have definitely increased thanks to that. I used to average about 2 miles a day. Now I'm averaging 3. That's going to have a positive impact on my health. And that is fantastic. And the fitness equipment is so well made. If you guys aren't aware, folks at home, the ground underneath the fitness equipment is rubbery and soft, so if you fall, you're not going to get terribly injured. It feels great. It was obviously put together with great care, and I've discovered while using them that I have absolutely 0 core strength. So that's something that I'm working on, and it's not something that I would have really been aware of had it not been for this equipment. So you folks are changing lives with this stuff, and it's awesome. I do have one complaint.
Yes.
I need some new walking shoes. I'm getting really worn out. So, I'm going to be working on that sometime soon. But, I'm just so grateful. And I wanted to come out here and say thank you. And it's super easy to make negative comments online. Don't let that drown out the positive stuff. Because there are folks like myself that do appreciate that we have a park board that genuinely cares about our parks. I've been a big fan of our parks for a long time. It's been a while since I've been to one of these meetings, but it's something that I've continued to have an appreciation for because I know the folks that do come here and volunteer their time and effort, they're making a difference. And us as community members, myself included, can also have an impact on our parks. When I go on my walks, I take a little grabber and a plastic Kroger bag, and I pick up trash when I'm walking. It's not hard to do, and if everybody did that, it would be pristine. So, call to action. We can do it. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hope more people start using it the way you.
Thank you,
absolutely.
Oh,
Sunny,
people are
so much.
absolutely using it.
Oh,
I see
good.
people out there all the time.
Good.
So, it's great.
All
Great.
right.
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Well, that's nice.
Nice. This
breath
is
of
very
fresh
unusual.
air.
This is unusual. We usually don't hear these things.
You know, the heat almost kept me away, but I came
Oh,
anyway.
Thank you.
Well, we're glad you came, thank you.
Thank you.
And if you can get them, New Balance are really good walking shoes. I leave fat cells in my neighborhood walking around on mine all the time. They're a little expensive, but they last a long time. And if you're gonna walk that many miles,
Are they paying you?
no, it's just that
Full endorsement.
I walk, the people in my neighborhood, I've walked forever. And I leave fat cells in front of everybody's house.
No.
In front of Robbie Ball's house, I leave lots of fat cells.
All right, so we,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. We don't have a quorum, so that's all we can do tonight, so.
Thank you.
But we appreciate you coming in. Yeah, thank you. All right, so meeting's adjourned.